Hey everybody, today's video, this is what I'm doing. I'm taking this stuff, which is sandpaper, and I'm cleaning up the part of the hinge that closes the door. Well, it's a part of the door that closes the door, right? Now, I'm just gonna put this down here for a sec. I'm just gonna back up the process here a couple steps. I'm gonna show you. The door is really, really stiff, like super, super stiff. Like you would need like two hands to open up this door, you know? Right? You need like two hands. Seriously. Right? I have to hold the camera so I can't show you, but just like it's like super stiff. Right? It's gotten a lot better since I started working on it. I took some of the grease that I had, the heavy duty grease, and I greased it up. This morning, I used some of that heavy duty grease. So I greased it up this morning, worked it back and forth. I did not sand it, but I just greased it up. Oh, yeah. Gonna need to clean it again because I closed the door and it. I mean, I've done a lot of like wiping off of this this piece here since I've started, trying to get rid of the grease that was on there, and I want to put on a different grease. I want to put on a different grease that's apparently is supposed to work better for this kind of like this kind of motion, right? Like it's like sliding like back and forth, right? I mean, that green grease that I have in there that I used on the wheel bearings, which I did mention, okay, I didn't use the red grease like all the other people were in the videos that I saw on YouTube, but I don't think it matters. But you know what? Sometimes I wonder, maybe it does. Maybe I did use a slightly inappropriate grease for that job. And maybe the wheel bearings will be lubricated, but maybe they won't spin as nicely and as freely as with the other grease. I don't know. I hope, if it's true, I hope it won't matter too much. But it does say right on there that it's good for high-speed bearings, and I can't really think of what else would be a high-speed bearing other than what's in your front tire when you're driving your vehicle, right? But maybe it's just a case of, yeah, they said that, but maybe that's just the writing on the box, and maybe it doesn't really matter. I don't know. Anyways, so this piece is kind of like welded to the door frame. It's riveted in there, and it's also connected to the inside of the door right there. Right? So I'll show you what it looks like when the door is partially closed. You get a different, it kind of pops out a bit. So I've been taking, the rag, and I've been putting it in there, and I've been moving the door back and forth, and I've been, trying my best to get all of that old grease off, because I don't know if it's compatible with the grease that I want to put on there, which is, yeah, there's still a little bit of gunk on there. I've been wiping it off for a long time. The grease I want to put on there apparently is a better grease for this kind of back and forth type motion, and it is this Rotella Super Duty with Molly. It's got 3% solids in it, and apparently a Molly grease is good for that kind of application. I guess I could call it. It's good for that kind of application. right? So apparently it's good for that kind of application. So I decided to use it. I kind of want to use it, right? Okay, right, so I shined it all up, you know. Got it all nice and smooth. Got all the rust off of it. I can feel something that I'm cleaning off. It's like a big bump of stuff. A big bump of stuff underneath there. Using 220, make it real nice and soft. Real nice and soft. I could still feel that thing underneath there. I've sanded down the top. I've sanded down the sides. I've sanded down that top. I'm gonna take a look. I want to just take a look and see. Oh, that's why. That's why I can feel something underneath there when I'm sanding away. Ow, I just hit my head. Can you see that? The numbers, there's some numbers stamped underneath there. Huh. Alright, so you can see that's the end of the road. Like, that's it. Like, there's not much else to really sand. Alright. Alright. Yeah. I'm just gonna try and slam it, and you'll see. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, that's a stiff door. That's a stiff door. Yeah, that's a stiff door. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. It's a nice day. Took the tarp off the car. Got the car some air. You know, let it have some sun. You know, got out the seat. Looking pretty ratty. I'm gonna go over that in a sec and show you something. I'm gonna show you something that I found the other day. Oh. Alright. All right, it's gray grease. This tube cost me like $10. But it doesn't matter. I never really keep track of how much things cost me. I mean, sometimes it's kind of unavoidable to not notice how much something costs, right? Like the engine. The engine's gonna cost me almost $5,000. I think it's gonna cost like 4,000 altogether with everything, like 4,000, like $800. So I have an update on that. I'm not going tree planting. I don't really think that this is a very good time to take a 3-month break from working on the Rambler and just go off tree planting. I don't think that this is a very good time to do that. I don't think that it's a financially good time to do that. I also don't think that it's going to be very easy for me to go out there to North Alberta and tree plant and stretch myself out across as many responsibilities as I would have been. Like I would have been taking a break from work. I got approved from a time off work. I already told you that, right? So yeah, I would have been taking time off work. I would have been traveling out to Alberta. I would have been leaving the Rambler here at the house, unattended to, not working on it for 3 months. The engine would have been sitting at the shop. I asked them, I said, do you think I could go tree planting since the ETA for the engine is kind of up in the air, and like I dropped it off on December 23rd and it's like the beginning of April, it's like April like 9th, and like there's no ETA on when the engine's going to be done. So do you think that it'd be a big problem if I just left it in the shop? Since it's such a small engine, like, do you think that would be okay? And they said, yeah, well, like, real sorry it's taking so long, but yeah, you go ahead, you do what you got to do, and you go ahead and go tree planting, and yeah, sure, you can pay for your engine when it gets back, but you got to make a deposit on all the parts and stuff like that, just so that we know that you're going to commit to paying for the engine, because sometimes people, they get a little bit antsy. They get a little bit antsy about the price, and then they apparently leave the engine at the engine builder. They just abandon it there, and then they're stuck with it. And apparently that happens, and I'm kind of surprised about that. But that wasn't going to happen with me. I assured them, and I said, I can pay you the whole entire full price. I have the whole entire full price all saved up. I can pay you the whole thing. And they said, okay, yeah, sure, come on by. And I said, okay, I'll see you tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock. And so I took the bus out to Keating Cross Road. And I was sitting there, thinking to myself, last night I could barely go to sleep because I was thinking to myself, what am I going to do? Like, should I really be doing this? Should I really be, like, taking off and, like, not working on the car anymore and going tree planting, like, totally shift my whole entire, activity, like go tree planting, like stop working on the Rambler, I don't know, I don't really feel 100% good about doing that. And so I decided, not to do that. And so I decided, when I was sitting there at the bus stop, waiting to go in there and pay the bill, I decided, you know what? I don't think I should do it. I don't think that it's a good enough time. I don't think I have enough money. I don't think that the Rambler is ready to just be kind of left alone, and so I'm not going to do it. So I went in there and I paid him. I paid him, but I said, forget everything I said yesterday about, me leaving the engine here at the shop while I'm tree planting. I'm just not going to go tree planting. I don't think it's a good idea. So I still want to pay you guys. And, just continue on, putting, the engine together. And I'll get it whenever I get it, And so they said, okay. And so I paid for it. And so it's all paid for. I just have to wait. Don't know how long I'm going to have to do this. But, I got to work it back and forth. It feels a lot better. But it's still not very... I'm going to try and slam it. Oh! That went pretty well. Oh. Yeah. Maybe what I need to do also is, I don't know if you can grease the hinges. I don't know. I don't really think so. I mean, I don't really see why not, but I don't really think so. Yeah, but that's a lot better. That's a lot better. That's way better. You would never be able to do that. Yeah, the effort is probably 70% less effort. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Right on, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Right on. So, the neighbor, he went to Alberta and he left his car. He doesn't have anywhere else to park it because it's, he doesn't want to park it out on the street because he's kind of worried about it. But also, his insurance is expired February. But, he went to Alberta to try and do some door-to-door sales. And, he parked his car, right there. Right where I was going to sort of, use the engine hoist in that area right there to do the do the big job. But no, I can't do it. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to ask the other neighbor to move his car back somewhere else so that I could push the Rambler back and then have that space there. Hope it's all going to work out. And I don't know when it's going to be done. But we'll see. But, hang on. I found out something pretty exciting the other day. Found out that this cover, when I was kind of pulling on it, oh man, that sounds so bad. Oh man, that sounds so rotten. Oh, that sounds so rotten. Oh man. Well, look at that. The original seat doesn't look too bad. Yep. Doesn't look too bad. That's definitely salvageable. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why the previous owner would have wanted to cover that up. You know? Anyways, guys. Okay. This is 1958 AMC Rambler Super part 17. Okay. Alright, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. 1958 AMC Rambler Super part 17. Thanks. Bye-bye.